So, last time, Athena mentioned E-logic, sorta, the cartoon logic. That's not supposed to work. Anyway.
Let's take a small break from tech to talk about... Before we start, we have to acknowledge that they're each other's found family. Okay?
Aww.
You already fucking know.
I hate ads.
Relationships. And although it's never explicitly said, they find out that that's what they have too. They mutually help each other out with their strengths. Quasi's confidence and Barnacle's ability to plan.
Is she about to say she ships them?
I love them both so much, I might be ordering plushies after this video is over. Now for the family they have outside of their jobs. In the Season 1 episode Flying Fish, we hear about Professor Inkling's great-grandfather, who wrote about his discoveries in this book, but a page is missing. And because the Octonauts just so happened to be where he was when he was writing these pages, they go off to try and solve the mystery. In the next episode, Giant Squid, we hear even more about Professor Inkling's family. His distant cousin is the Giant Squid, the titular of this episode.
Yee. I think that was one of the first episodes ever.
And he's also related to the blue ring octopus, and his little cousins are firefly squids.
Aww.
Species being related is also something we see in Peso's family.
Yeah. Peso's cousin is actually Pablo from the Backyardigans. That's canon in my world.
Peso's cousins are the Adelie penguins and the chinstrap penguins.
And Pablo. Anyway.
I can't believe that's their actual name. It really does look like they have little chin straps. They look like they're going to explain Warhammer to my husband in a board game cafe and completely ignore me the entire time like I'm not even there. I don't like chin straps.
What?
Peso's close family is made up of his little brother Pinto, who we meet multiple times throughout the series, his older brother Pogo, that was only mentioned once and we never see him, and
Rip.
his mother who wears glasses.
Aww.
When Peso's little brother Pinto visits for the first time, he is immediately dismissive of his brother's role in the Octonauts, instead wanting to hang out with Quasi because he's cool and adventurous. But at the end of the episode, Pinto looks up to and admires his brother too, because he was the coolest hero after all. Everyone say, "Aw."
Aww.
In Season 3's Urchin Invasion, we meet Shellington's sister, Pearl.
And she's about to mention Shellington's allergy, another thing that nerfed him from being too powerful.
Who is also a researcher, and Shellington also meets his nephew Periwinkle for the first time. This is also when we learn that Shellington is allergic to sea urchins, and he admits this very ashamed because eating sea urchins is what otters do to protect the ecosystem. But Pearl assures him that he's helping the world as an Octonaut. Was this the reason he joined the Octonauts?
Yes, actually. And see, not only can he not drive, but he's also allergic to the thing that his species was meant to eat. See, he's a god, and these two things were precautions to nerf him. Anyway.
Does he feel like a failure because he can't do his part as a sea otter? And the feeling of being out of place doesn't stop there. Sea urchin allergy and 3 gup crashes? Pick a struggle, dude. But for real...
He can't! Those two are... he's so powerful he had to have 2 nerfs!
Shellington is relentless in his quest to not be an absolute ass driver. It feels like he's always trying to prove himself. In Season 4's Kelp Forest Mystery, we meet Dashi's little sister, Koshe.
But we never see anything about her dad, so I'm just going to assume it's the angry Great Dane from that one Total Dramarama episode. Don't ask!
The most competent kid in the whole series. Also, their sister dynamic is the sweetest. They want to write a book together. It's just so cute.
Aww.
How about finishing up our Donna Duxley's Beaverbond? I got a better idea. Instead of reading a mystery, let's write one. It's about 2 sisters who team up to solve cases.
Aww.
Little sister is the brains of the team.
And here's that same scene in British, if you even care.
No. I was just gonna skip it because I thought she would do it in the British dub, but no. Here's what she actually does.
If you even care. Oi, oi, and maybe we'll have a spot of tea when we're writing it. We learn about more...
Subversion of expectations. Thank you, Athena.
biggest arc of all. In Season 1, Episode 38, Slime Eels, we hear about Calico Jack, Quasi's grandfather and also a phenomenal pirate he looks up to. In this episode, they search a shipwreck to find his grandpa's golden spyglass. Episode 45 of Season 1, Quasi finds a map on the back of a picture of his grandfather that leads him to Parrotfish Island.
So, where'd that map come from?
Where a hidden record player plays Calico Jack's song. The Season 2 episode Coconut Crabs, we find a new treasure from Grandpa Calico Jack. It's hidden inside a nearly unbreakable coconut. Because guess what? It was actually a cannonball. Inside was a note from Calico Jack to the Coconut Crabs for saving him many years ago.
Oh. I wonder if she's going to mention that Calico Jack is just a way nicer Peter Pan from Jake and the Neverland Pirates. Because he keeps giving his grandson this stuff.
And Calico Jack also wrote in this note, "Keep a lookout for my grandson Quasi." Prior to this episode, I thought that Quasi was excited to learn about his grandfather through these little missions because they didn't get the chance to meet. But that headcanon is dead because Calico Jack was alive after Quasi was born. Also, fun fact, Calico Jack was an actual pirate and his love life was messy. It doesn't have anything to do with the Octonauts, but can I talk about it first? Second, can we headcanon that Quasi's grandfather was also like this? Actually, I can't say that with confidence because I'm not sure what else this man did, and pirates were known for, like, you know, crimes. But the love life, the love triangle thing. Calico Jack had two crew members, Mary Reed and Anne Bonny. Anne Bonny left her husband for Calico Jack. So Calico Jack knew Anne Bonny was a woman even—
Wait a minute, is this even canon? I don't know what this is.
though she was disguised as a man. At this point, he did believe that Mary Reed was a man. Until Bonnie was attracted to Reed, which led to her admitting to Reed that she's a woman, and Mary was like, "Girl, I'm a girl too." And then I imagine they were like, "Ew," and then they slept together still.
What? I don't think this happened.
Find out that Quasi is an amazing sword fighter. We see him battle against 3 swordfish to get to the treasure of the Pirate King. He did this to honor his grandfather, Calico Jack, even exclaiming,
If only me granddad could be here to see it.
I noticed something by Season 3 when we heard about another legendary pirate, Whitebeard, who's also a cat. Every pirate we've seen in this show has been a cat. So here's the reveal you've all been waiting for. In the special Amazon adventure, Quasi finds a piece of a map that'll lead him to a hidden city in the Amazon. This was actually the last adventure Calico Jack went on before no one heard from him again. But guess what, motherfuckers? He's alive. He was just shipwrecked. Classic pirate shit. Anyway, the Octonauts meet up with Quasi and his grandfather for the first time.
We're related.
There's 2 of them?
And Calico Jack invites his grandson Quasi to sail the 7 seas with him.
Wow, I'm just more interested in listening to this stuff. I'm barely even reacting. This might as well not even be a reaction video.
But Quasi politely declines, looking over at the Octonauts and saying that they're his crew. What a journey, I'm tearing up. What's next?
We're going on an adventure.
Let's start with the specials from the original run before we move on to the 2020 Netflix specials. In The Great Christmas Rescue, we meet another one of Professor Inkling's family, his little nephew Squirt.
Oh, 2 Christmas specials? I had no idea.
And we learned that he grew up in the Seamount, which is where they're all celebrating Christmas together. Tweak also invented the Gups X, which is indestructible. Except hers actually is. And it also has suction cup tires, a rescue line, and shoots slime. It might be my favorite Gup, in all honesty. Despite it looking a little bit like a tank, in the Great Arctic Special, the Octopod needs to be down for repairs, and in the meantime, the Octonauts are going on vacation. This is when we meet Barnacle's twin sister, Bianca, and he meets his niece and nephew, Orson and Ursa. Pretty cool that Bianca had twins, because science fact, women who are fraternal twins are more likely to have fraternal twins.
Yeah, fact, and... Okay, part 5 next.